Hey guys, Booligan here with Booligan Shooting Sports, taking a look at one of my latest real firearm builds. You may recognize this as a Star Model BM 9mm pistol. It's a little sort of commander size, 1911-ish, Spanish-made pistol. Well, my last one I did, fully stripped it down and then re-blued it, put on some exotic Winchwood grips, and the thing is just very nice, very classy. But I can't help myself, and I got another one because these base guns cost $199. That is extraordinarily cheap for what you are getting. But obviously, being me, I can't leave something well enough alone, cannot leave it stock. And with the last one I went classic, this one I went sort of modern tactical. Take a look at it and go through some of the features that I put into this. First thing that I did, if you look close here, you'll notice it doesn't have any real sharp edges. On the front, on the back, the hammer's bobbed a little bit. The back, the back of the grip is like better rounded to fit your hand. And I did all that. I went ahead and I dehorned the gun and did a little bit of a carry bevel on it. Not like an aggressive melt job, but just knock off those really, sharp edges, the things that, can snag, and the things that can just, cut your finger even if they get sharp enough. Once I completed that, I went ahead and I reshaped a couple of things too. As I mentioned, I bobbed the hammer down a little bit because I get hammer bite with these really bad. So I left just enough, nice little knurled surface there, just enough to really get a purchase on it, but this thing's not going to hammer bite me anymore. I also adjusted the trigger. Normally these have like a really curvaceous trigger, and I went ahead and I wanted to do a full flat trigger job on this, but I can't because these actually have an internal spring inside. So I kind of went with a split in the middle. So it's mainly flat, so you get a very good, easy to find surface on it, but it still has a little bit of a divot just to kind of guide your finger to be right where it needs to be. So after I did that, and I went ahead and I did a nice little bevel on that, a little bevel on that, just got rid of all the things that could snag you. I sent it off to my favorite Cerakote shop, Robin Sage Coatings, for a tactical gray Cerakote job with graphite black for all of the other parts. While that was away, I ordered up some custom grips from 4S Grips. These are made of micarta. You can kind of see the pattern in there a little bit. It's like epoxy and resin combined with either canvas or denim. I think these are denim. And I asked him to custom mill a couple of slots in it. So now it's got these nice aggressive slots that modernize the look and also keep the thing in my hand extremely well. And I also purchased a Streamlight TLR-6. These can mount with a rail, without a rail. There's firearm specific ones, but I went with the one obviously designed for 1911s, and it kind of clamps around the trigger guard, and it was very close fit. It needed some modifications to actually, properly fit on this gun, which is not actually 1911. But with this, I have a flashlight, and you can cycle through a laser as well. I'm just running it for a tack light. I don't like running lasers on firearms really, but something like this, just to pull out and have a flashlight easily accessible, is awesome. I love it on here. So when I got everything back together, I got it all finished up. I made a couple of other small modifications to it, just simple things like getting rid of that lip on the front of the magazine so that it sits, nice and flush with the bottom of the grip. Just small things like that all put together to create a very nice modern carry pistol. Things I would have liked to do. I would have loved to have had the slide milled out for some modern sights, some tritium night sights or something like that. But unfortunately, this thing is just off spec enough that even some pretty serious 1911 gunsmiths couldn't do it. They looked at it and they're like, there's just not a way for this to really work the way that we want. We don't have enough material here to safely get sights installed. So it unfortunately does have just the standard sights. That's kind of the thing that's going to bum me out a little bit about this. But otherwise, the gun is absolutely ready to carry. So my next thing that I'm going to do with this is get a custom Kydex and leather hybrid holster made, which I'll be able to carry this thing all the time. You know, something custom made to fit with the TLR-6 up front. And yeah, just super, super happy with how this turned out. The very cool part about this is the base gun is $199. The grips were about 40 bucks. The Cerakote job, retail price is around, you know, 150 to 200 depending on who you go with. The TLR-6 is 80 bucks. So overall, you know, for around $500, you know, you can do something like this and have an extremely cool, modern looking pistol that runs great. All of my Star BMs, you know, both of them have run fantastically. You know, and it's just something that's a little bit more interesting to carry than just like a bone stock, you know, Glock 23, or excuse me, a Glock 43 or Glock 26, you know, and it's cheaper. So up to you, obviously, if you want to carry trust your life to a 40-year-old Spanish National Guard pistol. I have no problems doing that because these have proven extremely reliable for me. But yeah, you can definitely check these out and build something like this for yourself. Many thanks to everybody who helped out with this build, and stay tuned. We're going to get some video of this thing at the range very, very soon. Thanks for watching.